So for the next few minutes, we're gonna try to forget everything we thought we knew about Frieza and the Frieza race, the birth process at least. The Frieza race, or Frost Demons, are some of the strongest beings in the Dragon Ball multiverse from what we've seen of them. Canon or not, the likes of Cooler, King Cold, and Frost all offer an interesting dynamic in the story, but as far as the pillar of this race in Dragon Ball, that role solely belongs to Emperor Frieza. We've always known Frieza to be an absolute tyrant, but what if I told you he may not have always been like this? This is a fan manga that I've been getting recommended a ton as of recently, so I decided to check it out, and it's called Dragon Ball Unguarded. This story attempts to shed some possible light on how Frieza's childhood was and what pushed him to become the monster that we eventually saw in Dragon Ball. If you want to keep up with more awesome stories just like this one, be sure to go join the Dragon Ball Fan Manga Facebook page down below and subscribe here for more. The story begins on a planet called Arcos, and immediately we see King Cold, and one of his soldiers approaches him saying that the queen wants to see him immediately. And next he says that because his son has finally been born. So right away this panel does away with the idea of asexuality in this race, which actually makes them a bit more interesting because I never even imagined a female Frieza. The soldier also says that the baby is a bit more pale than the other babies of his race usually are, but neither of them seem to know if this means anything. When King Cold enters the queen's room, she says that the baby is sleeping. This is the first we get to see of Frieza's mother, and from her looks, it seems that most, if not all, other Frost Demons are darker in color, which is why attention is drawn to Frieza being so pale. And this is newborn baby Frieza. After naming him, not even being a day old yet, the first thing that King Cold says is, how soon can they assess his fighting strength? And this is the beginning of the tragic life of Frieza. 5 years have passed on planet Arcos, and Frieza is becoming delinquent. He won't take his medicine, and he's running away from his babysitter. He's sitting out by a fountain with his mother when a stray ki blast almost hits them both. King Cold and Cooler are training together nearby, so now Frieza wants to go too. Even though he's only 5 and his mother says not to, she seems pretty powerless to stop him. Cooler and King Cold are in a nearby field, and King Cold looks like he's just completely dominating his son. When Frieza shows up, Cooler has his face in the dirt, and Frieza comments on how pathetic he looks. Aggravated, Cooler punches his 5-year-old younger brother, but this is our first peek at the true prodigy that is Frieza. Instead of crying, he immediately goes for a kill shot on Cooler, although he misses slightly. Frieza appears to have a lot of fighting spirit even at this young age, and he's up for a fight from anyone, even his brother, but King Cold knocks him out to stop the two from fighting. Intrigued by what just happened though, King Cold takes Frieza off to investigate this strange occurrence a little bit further. King Cold takes Frieza to a field and asks him how long he's been able to shoot powerful ki beams like that. At the age of 5, Frieza has already named this attack the Death Beam, and he says that he's been able to do this for quite some time now. This grabs King Cold's interest because if Frieza reacts like this over something so small, how would he respond if someone were threatening his life? King Cold begins attacking baby Frieza, and to his surprise, Frieza is so fast that he can't even follow him without extreme difficulty. Frieza begins to launch a huge massive ki at his father, but this actually pleases him. King Cold recognizes this attack as the Death Ball, and it's actually pretty strong even though he's just a child. But this isn't nearly enough to overpower the king. He recognizes his son as being a natural though, but this is when King Cold prepares to land the final attack on his son, basically telling him to sink or swim. But it appears it was all a dream. We're then shown this scene of Frieza and his mother in bed, and he's telling her all these things his father has been saying to him, saying he's a natural and he'll be the strongest in the universe, and so starts the tragic childhood of Frieza. Anyway, let me know what you all think of this story. It's definitely interesting because Frieza doesn't really get a whole lot of love in the fan manga scene. To everyone that kept recommending this story on every video, I appreciate it because I really am enjoying this one, and I hope you all are too. Let me know if you want me to continue this down below. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.